What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Girl, it feel like I have not been on this camera in ages. Even though the last video that I did do was, it was the Love After Lockup, wasn't it? Mind you, I got my computer right here. Actually, let me refresh that. It was Love After Lockup. Child, that's a while ago. That was last week. But no, we back. I'm a little late for Beyond the Gates. I don't even remember what episodes these were. But the episodes from 2 weeks ago. Wait. From last week. Because the week before that, we didn't even have no episodes. And to be quite honest, I don't understand why we didn't get any. And that's why it threw me off. Oh, but anyway, honestly, this past week, I'm looking more so forward to this week, okay? Because I have to stay off of Twitter. I have to stay off of Twitter after a certain time because that's when all of the Beyond Gates tweets start popping up and the clips start popping up, and I get spoilers instead of seeing it when I actually see it. So I saw something that happened the other day, okay? And I have not watched any of the episodes for this week yet because I was catching up on last week. And I saw a clip. And you know what? On the one hand, no. No. Okay, listen, I was literally about to say, on the one hand, I get it. But on the other hand, absolutely not. No, on both hands, no. There is no reason for what happened. And both parties involved, and I'm pretty sure you probably already know what I'm talking about. I'm alluding to if you are catching up. Ted and Leslie, bitch, cut it. You know what? At this point, you done made your bed, and I guess you laying in it. But anyway, let's just get into it. Listen. This past week's, or I should say last week's episodes really was not much because they literally just focused on one particular thing for sure. It was trying to get Chelsea out of that situation. Okay, so you got Kat, Jacob, and Madison. They done found a cabin. They done went down to the cabin and they done went and rescued Chelsea. Chelsea finally got up in her goddamn head to go ahead and try to defend and fight for her life. Okay? Fight for your life, baby. You know, she went on ahead and did all of that, and she finally took the advice that I said do. And what did I say do? I said choke that bitch out with that goddamn chain that's on that bed. Okay? It's long enough to go around her neck. And that's exactly what she did. And I was like, good. And they came in right when she was about to stop that girl from breathing, okay? Now, let me tell you something. Chelsea better than me because as soon as they would have popped in, I would have tightened that bitch up a little bit more. Her neck would have popped off, okay? Because you're not going to do that to me. You're not going to do that to me. And I just don't, again, I don't understand the psychology of if I can't have you, no one else can. And then, so therefore, you want me so bad that you would take me out of this world so nobody else can get me. Therefore, you still won't have me. Oh my God, what is the point? And then you trying to force somebody to love you. You know, sometimes people's brains just break, okay? And I feel that's probably what it was. Mama just, you know what? Honestly, once you look at Allison, the actress that plays her, she plays her really well because I've seen some of her TikToks pop up on my For You page on TikTok, and she does not look like Allison. Hear me out. They look like she looked the same. But when I see her on her TikTok page in her natural habitat or whatever, she looks like a completely same person. Does not look, you know, she's normal. But then when she's on here, she got the eyes and, you know, she's doing the work, okay? Yeah, and I seen a TikTok that she did that said, "Bitch, I want Crazy Allison to stay for a little bit, okay? I know they're gonna lock her up or whatever, but I need a little bit more of her, all right? She's quite funny. She's quite funny to me, but yeah, they came in and they saved the day, whatever. Let me just tell you this whole situation, and let me get this out the way. Eva, you are your mother's child. And sometimes you can't help it because of the simple fact that, that's the influence that you was brought up on. Because your mama wasn't nothing but, my mother was nothing but a whore. Oh my God, that line, I'm so sorry. That line from Medea's Medea Family Reunion has been bouncing in my head for the past few days. My mother was a whore who sold me for some. Girl. That's just really what it is. Okay, bitch. Let me tell you something. What was I talking about? Eva, you are your mother's daughter. Okay? And any little leeway that I have for you is completely gone because at the end of the day, you are intentionally trying to get under Kat's skin with this whole Tomas situation. And don't try to make it seem like she's not, because she is. She has feelings for this man. She knows that he has feelings for her, and he's trying to deny it. I don't understand why he's denying it and why he's trying to make fetch happen with Kat and not just go to the person that he truly has a real connection with, which would be, I wouldn't mind it in my case, because at the end of the day, Eva don't owe Kat no loyalty, and Kat don't owe Eva no loyalty. They, by blood and DNA, are related, but they don't know each other. They're strangers, okay? So therefore, if she wanted to come in and steal a man, take the man, okay? And I wouldn't have no problem with it if you just be real with it, okay? And I want him to be real with it too, because at the end of the day, you have nothing in common with Kat. Truth be told, I truly don't even feel like Tomas likes Kat, okay? Because every time Eva comes around, he's complaining to her about how Kat is when it comes to this whole situation with Eva. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you have to be understanding to your girlfriend. Your girlfriend who family has just been disrupted to the ultimate max that they never thought would happen. And it's all because of the person that you are buddy with right about now. Okay? Yeah, be cool with her, whatever, but don't make me seem like I'm wrong for having the feelings that I have about this person because this person came through and fucked my family up. Yeah, she's a product of the fuck up, but she helped it, with the scheming and all of that stuff. Yeah, you could be under the influence of your mama, but you also a grown woman and you do know right from wrong. So you are very much responsible as well. And so I do feel like Kat has every right to feel the way that she feels and to be upset that Tomas is taking a liking so much to her. And truth be told, Kat, if you was any smarter or probably think a little bit deeper, you will see that, it ain't just no friendship thing. They got feelings for each other. And you need to go ahead and cut that out because you cussed him out. You cussed him out. And he still went over there or still had a little conversation with Eva. He's not trying to hear it. And I understand that there are some people that want to see the good in everybody and try to give chances and whatever. But if you was in that situation and somebody did that shit to you, you would not be up here trying. You would totally understand where Kat is coming from, okay? Now, at first, I used to think that Kat, you're doing a little bit too much. But at the same time, I get it now. Because the real Eva is coming out. The real Eva is coming out. What I mean by this? Because you got Leslie dumbass going over there to Nicole and Ted's house after Ted had told her, oh, I'll give you this home or whatever, so you ain't got to get the house across the street from the Duprees and all this stuff. I'll sell you my house. Or no, I'll give you my house, okay, because my name is on the deed. So instead of just waiting and letting all of this stuff, see, and that's the problem with Leslie. Leslie is the type of person that you cannot give money to, you cannot give shiny things to, you cannot give expensive things to, or anything in bulk because she don't know how to handle it. She does not know how to handle it. She has to put it on blast. You know that thing with new money? Okay? That's how she acts. She acts like a bitch with new money and she'll squander it. That's just really what it is. And mind you, she just got it. She only had this new money for 2 days. For 2 days, okay? That's just really what it was. For 2 days. And you're acting all uppity like this? Absolutely not. And honestly, no, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Okay, you go over there and instead of just waiting and trying to verify what Ted is saying to be true, because you want to have a one up on Nicole, because in your mind you done made Nicole your mortal enemy, as if Nicole knew about you all along and she planned to do you harm and all this stuff, as if she was the one that saw Bill on you to tell you to get the hell up out the city or whatever and never contact Ted again and all this stuff or whatever, or this will happen or that happen. Absolutely not. And see, that is where I just listen, it just don't work for me. It just doesn't work for me, because at the end of the day, making Nicole your enemy as if she did something to you is just really asinine at this point. It's really asinine, and I'm just not understanding it. I get that she got the man that you want, but technically speaking, you had her man. She never did anything to you. She has every right to feel upset, to feel negative feelings about you, because you came in and you disrupted her whole life to try to get back at her husband. She's not just pissed at you, she's pissed at her husband too. So it's not a, oh, why you upset at me and not him? She's divorcing him, and she cussing your ass out too, okay? Because you keep coming at her. That's it. She's not coming at you, you're coming at her, so therefore you can't get upset when she retaliates. You know what I'm saying? And it just don't make sense, the constant coming and making her the enemy in this story, when technically speaking, your enemy should be Ted, but you still trying to get in his bed. I just, it's baffling, right? And then not only that, to make the Duprees your enemy as well. The Duprees didn't do nothing to you. Ted Richardson did something to you. And now this whole, let me get a one-up on the Duprees and let me live across the street from them and let me do this. Okay, and okay, you got a little bit of money because of them, but whatever. But at the end of the day, you're going to go through it. Now, was that check just $1 million? And I know she's supposed to get it in like increments, whatever, every 6 months or something like that. But the way that she going about it, she ain't going to have no fucking money by the time the next increment come. Or I should say installment come. Like, you acted like, I need to know how much the houses cost up in Fremont Crest, because the way that she acted, you know, when she was sitting down there with Vanessa trying to tell her to double the offer and all that stuff, and I'm like, well, damn, what was the offer before? What was the offer before? And now you saying double it? But anyway, we moving ahead. But no, yeah, you going over there to Nicole and telling her to get the hell out. And Nicole said, get the hell out of my house. The house that I own. The house that I brought. The house that got my name on the deed. No, bitch, you get the fuck up out of my shit. Okay? Then you come over there to Eva's hotel room, and you're in your feelings and you're all down or whatever. And Eva, you got the nerve to get on Ted's ass and be upset with him because of the plan that he enacted, knowing damn well how your mama is. And you told her, well, you told him to help you fix this. And now the way that he went about it, you think it's cruel or whatever? What the fuck did you think was going to happen? Why do you think that your newfound father is supposed to take any type of like leeway action and be soft on her or whatever, when she literally has done nothing to make up for the fact that she broke up his relationship, broke up his marriage and all of that actively? Yeah, he played a part in it too, but look at what she's doing. She's literally terrorizing these people. For what? For what? What are you getting out of it? Okay, you want to see this man suffer. Okay, he's lost his family. Okay, so why do you need to be across the street from Anita and Vernon? What did they do to you? They didn't even know nothing about you. They knew nothing about you. And you can't say, oh, they want to accept you. Technically speaking, why do they need to accept you? Because your fucking child is not related to the Duprees. Your child is not a Dupree. She's a Richardson. Like, it don't make sense, the animosity and the venom, all right? You have to understand that at the end of the day, they got every right to be upset at you because you came through and you wrecked their family. Their child is hurting because of you. Like, come on, Leslie. You know, and then either you getting upset at Ted for doing what he did, knowing how much of a bitch your mama is, and now you want to be team Leslie, because now you need somebody to help. Now you want to get Tomas to help sue them and be your sue Bill and all this. Girl, what? It's a mess. Y'all are a fucking mess, okay? Moving on from that, you know, Paula Chelsea got PSTD. PSTD, post-stress traumatic. Is it PTSD? I said PS. I knew the shit didn't sound right. PTSD, right? She finally got up out of there. Let me tell you something. I said, girl, freak going over there to see Allison, because ain't no reasoning with somebody that's psychotic like that. That lady really thought that she married you. That lady really thought that she married you and thought that she could still have you or whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. Throughout all that fog of craziness or whatever, Allison wasn't lying when she said, I mean, technically speaking, this what you wanted, right? This what you wanted, right? You wanted the looks, you wanted the eyes on you or whatever, you wanted the RPM to be high and all that shit, and y'all know what that is, right? Okay. Yeah, that's how people get paid when they do stuff on social media and all that shit, the RPM, the views and all that stuff, whatever. Okay, cool. You want the dollars, you want the views or whatever. You get yourself on social media, you put all this stuff out there to make people want to like you enough to support you, to follow you, to invest in you, and then it gives them this false sense of thinking that they know you. This what you want them to do, right? I'm pretty sure you was up there looking at your views and all that stuff, and it's probably the most traffic that you had in a long time. All of the engagement and everything, I'm pretty sure it's through the roof. I did that shit for you because that's what you wanted, right? This is what it's all about, right? And I said, you know what, Allison, you a crazy bitch, but you ain't lied, because that, I don't give a freak what nobody say. The majority of the time when people get on social media and get these, you know, post certain things, it's either because they're posting to try to connect with their family and their friends, and they keep it as that. And others, they're doing it because they really want that engagement. They want that notoriety. They want the money that probably them to be able to monetize their situation and get paid from it or whatever. And they want to have that little influence. That's just really what it is. And so, you know, Allison kind of clocked her so bad in the sense that, you know, Chelsea was thinking about shutting down all her shit. I said, now, Chelsea, you ain't need to shut yourself down because, you know, this lady done got to you a little bit. You can't let her win. You can't let her win, okay? She gonna go to jail. I don't know for how long, but she gonna eventually go to jail unless she plead not guilty by reason of insanity, which that is kind of true, okay? But she's still guilty, but she insane as fuck. But at the same time, you can't let her win like that, girlfriend. Take a break. Take a break, okay? And then come back and try it again. Go get you some therapy. That's just all you need. Get you some therapy and let Madison therapize between your legs. Okay, that's all that you need. That's all that you need. Probably need a little bit of medication too, but that's all that you need. All right. You know, she done made up with a daddy, but she told the daddy, listen, we ain't back together, but we talking. I love you. You know, and I know that you here for me and all that stuff, because, you know, y'all came through. When Bill found out that Chelsea was not only dating Allison, was in a throuple, Madison is the girlfriend. He was like, what? Wait, whoa. It was like, bing, 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 bing. Excuse me? I said, yeah, you so all up in your little child bride that you didn't understand. This is what you missed. This is what you missed, okay? But yeah, you know, again, we get another situation where Bill is becoming, this is the reason why Bill is getting back in the fold. First, nobody was fucking with Bill like that, right? Oh, he had a stroke. Now everybody want to be, oh, Daddy, I still want you and all that stuff. That was Naomi. Of course, Danny was already on board for that. Now, Chelsea get taken. So now everybody is, Bill, you know, he back in. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, wait, because Danny and Bill, understandable, because, you know, that day baby girl was gone. But remember what I told y'all before. And what did I say? They're going to go back together. They probably not gonna get back together like as an official couple, but they're definitely gonna fuck. They're definitely, no, I ain't gonna say fuck. They're gonna make love, okay? Because there's still love between them, and it keeps coming out. That time when he called, when Danny was like, "Here, get this drink or whatever," he said, "Thanks, babe." Bitch, Chelsea and them was looking at her like, "What, babe?" And he was like, "We just got up in the routine or whatever." It was, I said, okay, okay, cool. That muscle memory came back into play, huh? You been around Danny a little bit too much and y'all wasn't going at it. You want to go at it. And the whole time you got Haley, little jealous ass, trying to make... This is why we call you childish. This is why we call you a child bride, because you are immature as fuck. You are immature as fuck. You're in your feelings because your husband is spending more time, and mind you, this has only happened over 2 days. 2 days. You couldn't get that man 2 days to be concerned about his daughter, to worry about where she's at and get that situation together. And then once she comes back, to spend a little bit of time with her to make sure everything is settled. Bitch, my eye. That thing just went a little crazy. To make sure everything is settled, right? For you to be over there thinking, oh, he's not including me, he's not this, he's not that. Given the fact that the way that you came into that family and how you also wrecked that family too? Are you serious? You support him by calling him. And if he needs you, that's when you come over there. When he comes home, you rub his back, okay? You let him lay his head on your bosom and say, baby, it's going to be okay. I'm so glad that everything's all right with Chelsea and it's going to be all right, That's what you do in that type of situation. You don't get your ass up and go over there and being jealous because he's spending time over there and not including you. Bitch, you're not part of that family, okay? And I'm going to need Vernon and Anita to goddamn lock the doors. Lock the doors, okay? That's why the locks are there. Lock them, I'm just so tired of people just walking in and out of their house like that, because how come Leslie be having so much free reign up in that bitch? How's she getting behind the gates like that before she even got membership to the country club? It's just really baffling to me. Who is controlling the gates? But, yeah, you got that going on. Meanwhile, she up there talking to the friend, well, the only friend that she got, the office mate, the girl, and they coming up with this plan to try to make Bill jealous by making it seem like she finna do a surprise birthday party for him, and then bringing Tomas in to help plan it or whatever, and then to set it up so that he can walk in on them and make it seem like they're flirting with each other or some shit like that. Bitch, are you dumb? This man is already on the edge. Like, she's just stupider by the day, okay? And I see what they're doing. The way that they trying to flip it. And when the show first came on, bitch, nobody could stand Bill. Bill done came up in everybody's eyes. I ain't even gonna hold you. Okay, Bill ain't pissing me off. Bill actually been acting right. Bill actually been doing what he needed to do, especially in this situation. He's stepping up. He trying. They didn't flip that shit and made us like Bill, or some of us like Bill. I ain't gonna say I like him. He alright for right now. I can't give him full like. That's it. He alright. I can't even say like. He alright. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, they didn't flip that shit and made the good guy Ted the bad guy. Bitch, I said, what y'all doing? Why are we doing this? Bitch, I said, damn, this is fucked up. And speaking of Ted, Theodore, baby, you like a challenge. I kind of like that. It's a little bit too late for me for you to try to, put in that effort or whatever. But, you said I got to get my woman back. I got to get my woman back. He wound up going over there to the crib. We got another product placement of the Febreze and all that stuff. Nicole was like, the fuck you doing here? He was like, girl, let me tell you what happened. I know you heard about the shit that happened with Leslie. Now, see, I did all of that so that I could get that bitch up out of there, so she won't be able to get that house across the street from the Duprees or whatever. And I knew that she was going to come over here doing all this shit and get a face crack. And so that's just what I did, right? And she was like, that's cool or whatever. And was like, did you tell Anita and Vernon? Bitch, why would I tell them that? I'm not concerned about that right about now. That's cool that you did that or whatever. What, you want a pat on your back? You want to say a gold star and say, oh, I saved the day? My niece was fucking missing. That's what I worried about. Okay? And he was just like, ain't that some shit? She said, bitch, you the one that was up here trying to draw out this goddamn divorce, and now you up here trying to act like you want a gold star for this shit? Girl, no. Bitch, she went over there to the Dupree's, well, to her mama and her Didi house. You know, it's sissy, bitch. I wish I would talk to my sister like that. They gotta grow up out of that, okay? Sister. Sis. That's what it's at. Okay, sissy, come on, you're grown. Okay, but anyway, it makes me laugh every time I hear them say that. I be like, they be dead ass too. I like them though. I like them. Bitch, don't ever recast Danny and don't ever recast Nicole, because then I'm gonna be over it, bitch. If y'all ever recast them, bitch, I'm gonna be done. Okay? Because listen, who gonna play crazy like Danny do? And Danny ain't even crazy. Danny just... Okay, she look crazy, but that's I couldn't even come up with that. I couldn't even come up with that. But I like her. She's a different type of crazy that I can understand. A little scorn, that's what it is, and she's trying to get over it. You know what I'm saying? Nicole, a little polished, but she can get ghetto if she needs to. That's Tamara. You know, remember when she said that on the real? I guess ghetto. You're a liar. Okay? But anyway, Ted popped up over there, bitch, and he was trying to get his woman back. Bill come up in there trying to make a bet. He was like, you know what, you fighting the losing battle. Because he came over there to tell Vernon and Anita, girl, ain't nothing going to happen with Leslie. She not going to get that house because I already stopped it and all that stuff. I just scratched my lip. I just hope y'all know. And it is burning. Okay? I know you see the red. That's why I scratched it at. And I'm looking at it. Yeah, I didn't realize that I scratched it deep like that, okay? Because it's hurting. See? Oh, my God, I did, bitch. Always doing something. Let me put this ointment on there. Oh, look at that. Rudolph the fucking red lip and thing, bitch. Ain't that some shit? But no, he came over there trying to tell them what was going on since Nicole did it. And they was like, okay, bitch, you want to go scar? That's cool or whatever, thanks. But, you know, what else you want? You want a pat on the back? Like, what else? And he was like, you know what? Y'all got me fucked up. And this is what he did because Bill came up there. And it was just so random the way that he started talking about how my money's on Nicole and them, and my money's on this, and my money on that. And they start betting on the fact that Ted ain't going to be able to get Nicole back, that it's over and it's done with. And I said, what? That shit was so fucking random. And they was coming at his throat and trying to make a joke about it, right? Right? I'm supposed to laugh in that moment. Cause then once Ted left, he was like, oh, you know, he couldn't take a joke, you know, a little family joke and all that shit or whatever. Family? Now you want to say family? I said, Bill, since when you family again? Bill back in the fold, too. We just need to go ahead and understand that. Bill back in the fold. He all the way back. Okay? Because Vernon and them did not refute when he said a family joke. And I said, a family joke at my expense, and you up here trying to make it seem... You really want me to hee ha ha? I supposed to be... And I want to get my woman back? Absolutely the fuck not. Ted went off on their asses. He said... Basically, so you're trying to make me seem like I'm such a badass motherfucker, okay? Like I'm this terrible person, and I made one mistake. That I kept away from your daughter for so many years. Had no idea that produced a child. And had it not produced a child, he never would have told Nicole. And they still would be happily in bliss. Okay? Truthfully be told, you know. But unfortunately, you know, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And that's just what happened. And he owned up to it. He's been trying to make up in his mind for it. You know, I don't know what else he been doing. He tried to send a couple of bit of flowers. But, you know, he been playing around with Eva a little bit too much for my liking. But, hey, according to him, he probably been trying so hard to get Nicole back. But Nicole don't want to budge. And do you blame her? No. And so then he was like, but yet... I do this one thing. I was the perfect son-in-law and all this stuff. Never made any other type of mistake. And prior to all of this, and even after the mistake, listen, bitch, your daughter was in marital bliss. Gave her everything. Loved her down. Kids included and everything. Provided for her. All of that. Stand-up husband. Until this one very moment. And I've been trying to make up for it. But yet you got this motherfucker Bill over here who literally broke your daughter's heart in front of you, didn't give a fuck, fucked around on her with her daughter's best friend, got married to her, and threw it all up in your face. Tried to make it so that you had to respect him. You had to respect her. But now he's all up in your good gracious now. Bill said, hold up. He said, absolutely the fuck not. You gonna hear what I gotta say. And I said, you know what? Ted one line. As much as we probably don't want to admit it, Ted said the truth. They said the truth, but at the end of the day, Ted, you gotta understand, they are like a gang, okay? They gonna stick to fuck together. They gonna stick together. We ride or die for each other. That's just really what it is. And right now, it's your time to be excommunicated for a little bit. Ted is not out the fold. I don't believe that they are. They're just hurt, okay? They're hurt because Anita and Vernon are hurt because they probably did have a lot of hope. And they really, truly looked at Ted as the good one. Ted as the son that they never had. And he was the quote-unquote good one. He didn't make mistakes like that. They knew Bill was the bullshitter, okay? They never really liked Bill like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they used Bill the way that they used him. They didn't use Ted like that because they genuinely liked Ted. They held Ted in a higher regard. You know what I'm saying? Ted didn't have to work that hard to get their approval. Not until they probably automatically gave it to him. Bill had to work hard to get the approval that he never got until now. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, his feelings are hurt. Their feelings are hurt because they had so high hopes for him. They put him up so high, and then he knocked it down a peg or two. And they wasn't expecting that. And so you also see the fact that their daughter is hurting because of him. You know? And so therefore they're grieving as well. They're going through it and all that stuff. And it's I can say it's misplaced anger, but I can also say it's justified anger. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go through that. You gotta go through that because you're the one that caused all of this. Had you not stepped out on your wife during the time that you did, well, had you not stepped out on your wife, period, it never would have happened. You wouldn't be in this situation, okay? So, you know, you do gotta take that. But what he said wasn't no lie, okay? So we just gotta understand what he said wasn't no lie. And then he was like, screw y'all. And at the end of the day, you know what? Tell Chelsea, you know what? Actually, I'll tell her myself because at the end of the day, regardless of what goes on, I'm still her goddamn uncle. Excuse me. I'm still her uncle. Okay? And that's never going to change anything. She was like, you know what? I don't need nothing from y'all. Screw you and screw this whole fucking family. I said, you know what? You kind of went a little far, but I probably would have said the same thing. And they're not even upset at it. They're not upset at it. Because even when Danny came over and she missed all of it and they told her what happened, they was like, oh, he just had to get some shit off his chest. That's just really what it was. They wasn't even mad at it. They weren't even mad at it. Bitch, that's some shit like that in front of my face. I'd be sitting there like... And then for Naomi to come up in there and say, no shade, uncle, but yeah, my money's on Aunt Nicole. What? Stay in a child's place, okay? I don't care how old you are amongst adults in the family. Stay in a child's place, okay? Listen, I said, Naomi, take your ass back out there. Girl, did you see when Allison wanted Naomi to be her lawyer? Psychotic. Okay? Bitch, Chelsea got PTSD. Get her some therapy. Girl, I ain't need her to go down there talking to Allison. You can't reason with crazy like I said. Then you got this whole situation with, who else is on here? Vanessa. And when she sat down there with goddamn, what that lady name? Leslie. and was talking about the house, and she was like, girl, the people is pissed off that you reneged on the goddamn offer, and they don't want to do it no more because they felt disrespected. And she was giving her lists of houses outside of Fairmont Crest, and Leslie was like, well, bitch, you know what, since you won't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna put it out there that you stop fucking with me because you being racist. And she said, now hold the fuck up, I work in a predominantly African American community, right? So how I'm gonna be racist? My best friend is black, okay? And truth be told, you only got me because I am Nicole's bestie, and because you're trying to sock it to her. That's just what it is. I said, you know what, Vanessa, I like you for the most part. Yeah, but she gonna go get that coin. Because as soon as old girl said, I'll double that shit. She like, all right. But see, Vanessa is in a good place, right? Vanessa is gonna be doing her job, but Vanessa's gonna be giving the information to the Duprees too. So she's like the middleman. She keeping a lookout. You know what I'm saying? But you need to do. I don't know, Vanessa. I don't understand why you went over there to talk to Joey. And like Joey said, bitch, you ain't really come over here for what you just told me. No, you came over here because you want me to put your fire out. Because every time you see me and you think about me, I just set you ablaze. And you just want me to put it out, okay? Talk about something, we can't do this no more. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And yes, we will. Because she even said, I don't even understand why Doug be, getting his feelings about me and you or whatever. Because at the end of the day, like, this ain't bitch, we down there had an open relationship. This ain't the first time I done stepped out. But for some reason, there's something about you that just really stuck. And my whole thing, y'all, what happened to, what's the, at the damn, I can't even get it out. The tennis coach, the dude from the country club. We ain't seen Tim since Joey came into the picture. Is he still with us? Because he was acting a little possessive over Vanessa too. Okay, I said, damn, Vanessa must have had that little fight between her thing. Because goddamn niggas, the men are just calling. Okay? And for them to be about to fuck up in that poker room, and for Doug to come up in there, shit. And for Joey to look at him and let Vanessa keep on. Joey ain't shit, but at the same time, I would have did the same thing. Cause I mean, fuck it, what you want us to do now? I mean, you kind of knew. Proof is in the pudding now. What you want me to do? You want me to stop, or you want to join? Like, what you gonna do? Like, hey, I'll kill. He's gonna take him out if he do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's just fucked up. And I've been seeing on tweets or whatever, people saying, so basically they trying to set it up so that Doug gonna be gone. Doug probably, and at this point, with him up there trying to set up Joey with the cops, or trying to get somebody, Randy, to take him out or whatever, or to set him up with the cops and all that to get arrested. Yeah, and now seeing this, and they being so bold, and Joey don't give a fuck about sparing Doug at this point. Yeah, Doug, I would not be surprised if we don't see Doug in season 2. That's just really what it is, okay? Marty and Smitty. Martin and Smitty, let me tell you. Martin, you should already know, okay? You should already know. In situations of height, trauma and chaos and stuff like this that the family was going through, this is when people come together. Even when they got issues, they come together for a short period of time. And they come to realize, I need to hold the people that I need close to me, okay? Let me make amends. And that's what you tried to do with Smitty. And you got up in Smitty draws. Or did Smitty get into your draws, okay? Whichever. They give verse. They give like they take cut turns or whatever. And so they had a little thing. And Martin really thought that he was going to be able to get back up in there. You got back in there for a second, but Smitty said you sleep your ass down on the goddamn couch. Cause just because I let you get a little bit of bujana don't mean that we back together, okay? You still gotta make up for what you did. I have not forgiven, and I still need some time. I said, you know what, Smitty, I get it, cause same. A bitch got needs, and if I'd rather fuck you instead of cheat on you, cause we're not divorced. We're not really technically separated, we're on the outs, but we're not on the outs like that where you can go freely and still have sex with somebody else. No. But that's still confusing. That's still confusing. And then Samantha, little girl, you are stupid as shit. Why you all up into real business with his little girlfriend? Bring the little girl back. Okay, we seen her one other time and we ain't seen her again. Bring that little girl back. Terrell needs somebody I was about to say he needs somebody to do. No, that's not what I was about to say. He needs some friends. Samantha, you got that little boy over there at Kat's house. Kat is Chelsea's house. And you got that y'all up in there kissing and all that shit. And your dumb ass, first of all, listen, I don't know why. I see why they made Samantha kind of like so trusting, especially with the situation when Kenneth, what's his name, Kenneth? The dude that was, that Martin situation. And he was following him and then wound up getting the phone number and all that shit or whatever, okay. Being so trusting because no matter what age it is, sometimes these kids really do be trusting to these adults, okay? That's just really how they are. You could tell them don't talk to stranger and all that shit, stranger danger, and you would think at a certain age they would know that. But sometimes people can be manipulated, and kids can still be easily manipulated no matter if they're teenagers. It happens. And so with that, and seeing that situation, I am not surprised that this girl cannot see that little boy is playing her. Okay, when he brought up the fact that his brother and him, either his brother and him or his cousin and him, they got this little party business on the side or whatever, they throw parties and all this stuff, whatever, and we put these flyers out and we get this or whatever, and now if I know that I got a Dupree, a supermodel, and then she a Dupree on top of that, oh, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people that's come, we're gonna be the talk of the town for a few weeks. Samantha, I don't know if the boy really like you, but he damn sure like your name and the people around you and what that could bring to him. Just being close to you. Okay, girl, he's playing you. All right? Ooh. What song is that? Daddy's Lessons. Okay, girl, he's playing you. He's playing you. And Kat, you better than me, okay? Because I would have told. Because don't violate my trust. I allowed you to be up in my place by yourself. I allowed you to come onto the team when you need to be up in school doing your work. Okay? I allowed you all of these freedoms. And the one thing I said is respect my place. And you disrespected by bringing a little nigga up in here that's going to play you. And had I not come back up in here, what would have happened? What would have happened? Yeah, you got a right one, because I would have told. 3-4 strikes, you're out, bitch. Okay? That's just really what it was. We didn't see Terrell. What else is going on? Samantha, please don't please do not write it that she gets hurt or they do have it. Her and the boy do get it on. And then he kind of like make rumors and spread it around the school and all that shit. And I don't want that. I can't take shit like that. I do not like that because I just don't like when people take advantage of people no matter who it is. And then they, don't do that, please. Don't do that. What else is going on in this week? Derek and Ashley, bitch. Derek might be able to walk again soon. He getting a little bit of feeling back. He ain't told Ashley yet. Ashley all of a sudden want to get back with him, and Ashley gonna fuck around and propose to him. Bitch, what? Derek, you better not say yes. Don't be desperate. Have a little, have some goddamn girl. What is it? Don't that lady turned you down and then gonna turn around, put you through the ringer. Try to get with Andre, got her feelings hurt and her face planted on that one. Now she want to come back because you can't walk? No. Anyway, that was what was going on in this past week. What else was going on? I feel like I missed. That's it. If I missed something, we can put that in the comments and we can talk beach. Thank y'all for, hanging in there and ain't getting on my ass about this, because, life be life. And y'all, I went to Chipotle today. Because it's still Tuesday. I went to Chipotle today. Disgusting. I was like, what? I only bring that up because I be on TikTok and it's like the main thing that a lot of people always do mukbangs on for some reason. Y'all always want to show us you eating Chipotle. Either it be a bowl of slop or the burritos be extra goddamn big, and I just don't understand that. And then it's like this one creator, that's all she be eating. Every time I see her, she's in a new video and she's always eating goddamn fucking Chipotle, and I'm like, it can't be that good. It can't be that good. And I haven't had Chipotle in a long time, and I know my taste buds have changed a lot, but my God, I went and got a burrito today, and I said, the fuck is this? This can't be the shit that y'all be up in doing all these mukbangs and oh, no, it just did not taste right, and I was quite disappointed. I was like, did it always taste this bad? What the fuck is going on? And no, the meat wasn't bad or whatever. It just, yeah, no. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I go to work on Saturday. Hopefully by Friday or Saturday, I will have Saturday at the max. Okay, for this week will be on because I'm about to go watch the next. I'm about to watch the new episodes. Girl, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's been a tiring week. Okay, listen, I was so drained this week because y'all already know, women. I was just so, it took me out this month. I just did not expect it to take my energy the way that it took my energy. But yeah, I just really wasn't here. But yeah, anyway, y'all don't need to know all that. Y'all like, hang up, bitch. I'll see y'all later. Peace.